All right, man. We don't normally break in to do live stuff about other states, but when it gets real close to Mississippi, you know what? We're gonna jump in. Because I get to sit at a desk and I do show prep. Tomorrow, I'm watching a lot of news. I'm reading a lot of stuff. I have a lot of access to information that a lot of folks might not. So, in the midst of me making my little videos and show prep and everything, this whole thing in Memphis is unfolding. Also, at the same time, there's a high-speed pursuit that started in Jackson and ended in Jackson. No Rankin County and Madison County folks involved. This is all Jackson. And I can report the driver of the truck in the Jackson high-speed pursuit will not be coming home tonight. He has deceased. We'll start there. High-speed pursuit in Jackson ended in a wreck. And the driver, he is no longer with us. Make of that as what you will. I call that the good guys win again. I ain't going to make no apologies for it. Had he ran a red light and killed somebody else, they'd be over there crying. So you know what? We ain't going to talk about it. We ain't going to make any apologies for when these good guys when these bad guys get themselves killed running from the police. It could have been a good guy. It was a bad guy. He may have been a good guy before he started that police chase, but he became a bad guy the second he decided to run. And that's life in the big city. Now he's a bad guy. I'm the news guy that drinks a cold beer at night. Don't hate on me. Let's talk about real quick. That's Jackson. We'll talk all about that tomorrow morning on the Clay Edwards Show. Hashtag the Jump Out Boys got him another one. I tell you, y'all gonna keep fucking around in downtown. Y'all gonna keep finding out it ain't business as usual down there. It'll be safe to jog at 4:30 in the morning before you know it in downtown Jackson with Capitol Police in charge. Stay tuned. But let's talk about what's going on in Memphis. A little young black Taliban member, much like the ones we have here terrorizing everybody, decided to get on Facebook Live and start going in places and shooting people. Well, that, my friends, that don't play out well. That never ends well. So let's see here. His name is Ezekiel Kelly. He is officially in custody now, by the way. So the threat has been eliminated for now. But you know how much more before? You know how terrorists, man, like cockroaches. You capture one, 10 more sprout up. So Ezekiel, what kind of name is Ezekiel? Ezekiel is in custody. He was on the way to South Haven, from my understanding. He had already shot 5 people in Memphis. One guy, some white guy, shot him right in the gut. And it was tough, man. Let's see, what is Josh saying here? Let's see here. He's the furthest thing from. I don't know. Josh, what you saying? Who's being a racist? Anyway, we're going to call it like we see it. Y'all have all called me a racist so much I could care less. I wear it as a badge of honor at this point. You know, the more y'all call me a racist, the more successful I become. And I'm just going to keep rolling like that. But anyway, aside from that, check out the Clay Edwards Show tomorrow. So up in Memphis, young black Taliban member. That's what we're going to start referring to these racists up there. These racist Taliban terrorist organizations. The black Taliban, the black Al-Qaeda. Hell, that's what half of them call the rap groups anyway. We're just going to start acknowledging it. That's what they call it. That's what we're going to call it. So that's how I think about that. If you don't like it, pound sand. Let's see here. According to DeSoto County Sheriff's Office, Kelly carjacked a Dodge Challenger in South Haven and wrecked out in Whitehaven near Ivan Road and Hodge Road. He was trapped in the car as of 9:15. Well, so keep in mind, that makes at least the second car he carjacked. The second car, because he was in a Toyota Camry, where he was originally doing his shenanigans, his running around, his shooting people on Facebook Live. or Instagram Live or whatever version of the live he was shooting on. I know he stopped at one auto parts store, walks in, shoots a white guy right in the stomach, you know. So look, it does appear that the coast is clear, but he was in a gray Toyota Camry, Arkansas plates. He had carjacked that from a lady. He told police he had shot 5 women, or men, people, shot 5 people. And he was on his way to South Haven. He carjacks another car. Of course, a Dodge Charger, Challenger. Y'all love those damn Dodges, boy. I tell you what. Man, y'all love them Chargers and Challengers. I do too. I ain't hating. But man, y'all love them. Yes, I do love saltine crackers. Thank you very much. Y'all get mad at me calling the truth. You know what ain't racist? You know what ain't racist? The truth. The truth ain't racist. I'm just calling it like it is. It's a black guy running around shooting people, acting like a damn terrorist. If it was a white guy running around shooting people, y'all be screaming AR-15s and white supremacy. So don't get mad when we report the facts over here. Facts aren't racist. Facts are just facts. We're gonna live like that. That's how it's gonna be. We're gonna tell the facts. Ain't nothing racist about facts. Period. There may be some anomalies here and there, some trends. You know, you may be able to say, well, I don't know, man, you know, black guy driving a Dodge running around shooting people, or somebody driving a Dodge running around shooting people is probably a black guy. You'd probably be right. Just like in Mississippi, you said, man, somebody riding around in a big jacked up truck, shooting at folks. Probably a white guy. You know what I mean? Stereotyping things don't mean it's wrong. Sometimes that's what you got to do to tell folks who's coming, what to look out for. Anyway, come on, man. Can we all agree that we all stereotype each other? It ain't that bad. It is what it is. If you ain't out there doing the robbing and shooting on Facebook Live, boo-boo, I ain't talking to you. You in here watching this video trying to stay safe. You my people. We're on the same page. I'm inside my house making a video trying to stay safe. Trying to make sure I ain't got any family up there. They need to stay safe. That don't mean we're going to report their lies, though. I'm not going to say, you know, let me say it like this. If I just said there's a guy out with a gun, but I don't know nothing else about him, but he's coming towards you, would you like to know if he's white or black? You would like to know if he's white or black, so you know who to look sideways at when you see him. Like, I don't know. Anyway, man, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a point. All hell done broke loose down here in the dirty, dirty South tonight. We got car chases in Jackson, Mississippi that have ended with one dude's head through a windshield. He is DOA. We got another one up in Memphis, Tennessee. A guy that lost his damn mind running around shooting people on Facebook Live. And what scares me the most about that is the fact that is going to cause copycat stuff. Because now the bar of stupidity has done been raised. I mean, like, he'll be a, how do you say it, a ghetto hero. Man, they'll be talking about little Zeke forever. Oh man, y'all remember when Zeke went up on that spree, dog? Man, I grew up in a city like Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi. I know how this stuff goes down. WLBT, just breaking news here. Memphis police. I'm back. Sorry. I was trying to read what they were saying there. And it took me away from my screen. I was trying to use my big system here to do this, where I can have all my screens and all up on one thing. But I got new C-Spire fiber, and they brought a new router. It's supposed to be the greatest router ever, and it fucking sucks. C-Spire, very disappointed in y'all. And you ain't come back to fix it yet either, so I'm even more disappointed. So I'm having to use a cell phone to do this crap instead of my big rig. And like, see, I got all kind of equipment here. I got all this equipment to do all this stuff with. I got big lights over there. I mean, I got a real deal studio here to do these things with. This ain't no middle of the mall stuff. This ain't no middle of the mall. Yeah, I don't know. Has anybody blamed Republicans yet? I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. It will be a environmental racism, infrastructure racism caused him to go on this shooting spree. Good Lord. Y'all got any comments up in here, man? Anything y'all want me to read on here? Said nothing to see here. Business as usual in a Democrat city. Hey, look, I did a TikTok video a minute ago and I shared it a couple places. I said, look, because I haven't seen the video. You know, you can find the video pretty easily. I posted it in the comments of one of my posts here on Save Jackson, the link to it, so they don't kick me off for posting it. This is why y'all won't find Clay Edwards messing around in these Democrat cities like Jackson. People tell me all the time, oh man, I'm gonna catch you slipping in Jackson. You ain't gonna come to my hood and talk all that. You ain't gonna do that in my hood. You goddamn right I'm not. I done made it out. Why the fuck would I come back? You ain't gonna come. Yeah, you ain't gonna catch me down in the sub 1, sub 2, the Queens, nothing. Damn right you ain't gonna catch me down there. The only way you'll ever catch me down there is if y'all done thrown a bag over my head somewhere else and took me there. Y'all got to get out of here with that nonsense. Debbie says, I grew up in Jackson, left in 88. Oh, well, you got out right and getting was good, Debbie. It was a great place from what I remember. Is it true that the current mayor of Jackson refused to allow Madison police in the metro area? Well, he don't get no say-so in that. They don't like Madison and Pearl and Rankin and Ridgeland and whomever else coming in and doing it, but they ain't got no say-so in it. But, yeah. Now, Kenneth Stokes has what they call a welcoming commission. Anytime a high-speed pursuit is coming in from another county, they're sitting there with rocks and bottles and beer bottles and Coke 45 bottles, and they start throwing them at the cop cars. You know, like, leave our criminals alone. We love our criminals. They are safe here. Jackson is a criminal safe haven. These are our voters, by damn. We need them healthy and alive and out of jail. You know, so they do have a Democrat welcoming committee here in Jackson, Mississippi. But not a damn one of them know how to turn on a water faucet at the water plant. That requires Republicans. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. You know, I just vision Kenneth Stokes. I vision Kenneth Stokes out there on Highway 80, right as the Pearl River Bridge, you know. Let's just pretend Pearl's chasing somebody into Jackson, Richland maybe, Flowood possibly. They're chasing somebody in. And Kenneth Stokes is over there on the side of the bridge. He's got an anvil with an Acme sign on the side of it, like Wile E. Coyote trying to stomp out the Roadrunner. And but Kenneth Stokes is the coyote, and the police are the Roadrunner, and he misses it, and it flattens him instead of the good guys. And the things that I go on in my head here. I wish I could talk like this on radio. The radio show would be 100 times better, but I can't say some of these things on the radio. Look, man, can somebody just ask me a simple question? Real talk here. Why can't young black folks in these Democrat cities act right? I mean, what is it? Is it the weed? Is it some of these new medicines? I mean, what is going on that's got folks acting so damn crazy? And I say black because that just is what it is, man. It's these majority black neighborhoods where all this nonsense is happening. I mean, what have they got y'all on that's got y'all? Remember that scene on Friday where they put old dude in a chicken kennel? He's like, thought he got so high he thought he was a chicken, had him clucking. I mean, that's what that video reminded me of. I mean, some of these folks need to leave some of these super weeds alone. I've told this story for a while now. Some of this super weed, y'all ain't built for it. You're not built for it. You know, mixing it in with all these Xanaxes and antidepressants and leans and cough syrups and all that stuff. It's Michelle. I did get a haircut today. Shout out to Jonathan Boone at California Concepts in Pearl. Got the beard lined up, got the hair lined up. Yeah, I would love to do it once a week, but I got to go do it once a week. And, you know, it's like $25 a pop, you know, $100 a month. It adds up. It adds up. But let's see here. Drink the goddamn Kool-Aid. Yeah, let's see here. If we're missing anything. Why do you care, my guy? In your kind, you ain't built for the meth. Why do you care, my guy? In your kind ain't built for the meth. I don't get it. We don't do meth here. You may take the rats out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the rats. I was telling somebody that tonight. I said, look, man, I live in the hood part of Brandon. She's like, where? I was like, Crossgate. She's like, that ain't the hood. I was like, it is now. I live here. Sprinkle some South Jackson on that sumbitch. I brought it with me. Since Josh said they smoking angel dust. Yeah, that's it. Let's see here. Video killed the radio star. Will you ever move back to Jackson? Says Rachel. No. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I won't never move back to Jackson. Why? Real talk. Why would you move back to Jackson? And I'm not saying this to be facetious. Like, what can you get in Jackson, except killed, that you can't get everywhere else? I'm just curious. Why would you move back to Jackson when you don't have to? I mean, like, I can say right out here in Brandon, relatively safe. I mean, I ain't saying stuff can't pop off here. I'm not oblivious to that. But, you know, if somebody said Crossgate is going to look like Jackson in 10 years, and if it does, I'll move on down to Pillahatchee. I mean, y'all ain't catching up with me. I got away from y'all. I ain't waiting for y'all to come back and destroy another whole damn city. Now, I tell you, you're good God-fearing black folks, y'all welcome. I got some houses right across the street from me. I'd love to have y'all live next to me. But if y'all bringing the Democrat side of the family, y'all bringing the Democrat side, the donk driving side, the pants still sagging down the bottom of their ass side of the family, don't bring them. Don't bring them. Bring folks that want to come out right. It took me 42 years to get to a point in my life where I wanted to act right and move to Rankin County. I loved not acting right for a long time. That's why I stayed in Jackson as long as I did. I don't just pretend. Like this who I am and what I talk ain't an act. I used to be a fuck up. An absolute fuck up. But about 40 years old, I just get too old for it. Didn't care no more. Now I, come out here and I'm friends with police, friends with the mayor of Pearl, friends with my state representatives. Have fun, got a radio show. I ain't got to worry about getting shot at gas stations. I ain't saying it can't happen. It can happen anywhere. But it sure seems to happen a lot more in Jackson. Man, I'm just drinking I had a 16 ounce. I wasn't even going to do this tonight, but I had it open and I was like, well, I don't want it to go to waste. It's empty now. If I drink anything after that, I'll be up like 5 times having to pee to go to sleep. And that won't work. So it's kind of a one and done on the beer. Yeah, Bud Light was good. Bud Light ain't my go-to brand, but every now and then you just walk in the gas station. They got those 16-ounce six-packs for cheaper than a 12-ounce six-pack. It's like, well, that just don't make sense to me. I'll take more beer for less money. So that's what I'm going to do. But I mean, look, all joking aside, all the race stuff aside, there's some kind of cultural rot going on in these cities like Jackson and Memphis that got people thinking it's okay to just go on killing sprees and stuff. Now, here's a pretty in-depth message here. So I want to answer this message from Carmela. It says, why is Jackson such a big deal for you if you don't stay in Jackson? Why do you care? You are a complete racist. But now you want to talk about the one who are misguided when you was part of that problem once. Now, see, the difference is I was never out robbing, shooting, and killing people. So there's a big difference if you're misguided. No, I expect folks to act right. Why don't you hold your community accountable? Hold your community accountable. Yeah, I'm going to continue to hold Jackson accountable. I still own a house in Jackson. I still got family in Jackson. Just because I choose not to lay my head down there don't mean I ain't got ties to Jackson. It's still my damn capital city. It's my tax dollars that are about to have to pay to fix y'all's water. So, yeah, I still got ties to Jackson, and I ain't taking my foot off the gas. Y'all fucked up my city, and I'm going to let y'all never forget about it. Race ain't got nothing to do with it. But I know it grinds y'all's gears. Y'all sit around, y'all run around, y'all call it Wakanda, Wakanda, Wakanda forever. Well, Wakanda has fallen. I didn't make up the name Wakanda. Y'all call it Wakanda. I'm saying, well, if it's Wakanda forever, Wakanda has fallen. Y'all call it Wakanda, not me. Don't get mad that I took it around and spoke the truth on it. Yeah, I got all kind of death threats last week for my Wakanda comment. Y'all think I'm going to take the foot off the gas? Hell no. You know, I know there's some good black leaders out there. Unfortunately, ain't none of them working for the city right now. Y'all didn't elect any of the good ones. So what's going on in Jackson's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And they're laughing at y'all. They're laughing at y'all. They're like, oh, man, we got these low information voters thinking that we're doing the right thing. But I tell you, man, I done got with my boy. We got a bill we're working on. It's going to eliminate the minority set-aside contractor stuff. And we're going to start saving Jackson for y'all. A couple of Rankin County boys, a couple of Rankin County white boys, old school South Jackson guys, having to come back and change the laws in Jackson to save it from itself. Now, we'll never get the credit. We'll never get the credit for it. But just know that we're going to end this corruption in Jackson so Jackson can strive. So y'all can afford to open up black-owned businesses in Jackson and have leadership that cares. Real talk. Real talk. No more of this, the Asian lady over in Atlanta having to be a part owner of everything for that minority discount. No more of these particular set-aside black dudes having to be on every contract and pay more money. We're going to eliminate that. You're going to be able to pick the contractor you want. I'm just saying, I mean, this don't benefit me. I ain't a contractor. I just want to see y'all not get screwed around. You know, but y'all play that blackity black card so much that people are taking advantage of your black loyalty. And it's to your detriment. You need to take the goggles off and see what's really going on. You're getting played. Again, this don't benefit Clay Edwards, none. Directly. It benefits me because I own a house and I got a family home in Jackson. My folks still live there. I'm from there. I ain't got nothing to gain per se by fighting this fight. But I'm playing the long game. I want to see my capital city get back to what it once was. Y'all don't have to like me. I'll be the bad guy. I ain't got no problem being the bad guy. That's the problem. Too many white guys in position of influence have been so scared to death to be called a racist. I'm not scared to death to be called a racist because y'all blew that wad so early. You left none. You killed it. It doesn't matter to me. So here we are. You got a guy that don't give a shit. Call me whatever you want. Call me anything you want as long as you don't call me collect. I must keep speaking the truth, and eventually more you cats are going to understand why I'm doing it. You're welcome on this team anytime. I ain't mad at nobody. I hope I wasn't rude to you tonight. You're welcome on this team anytime. The weather's nice. I mean, once you wake up, not awoke, but awake. Once you wake up and you see what's been going on, you know, and you get to hear it from outside your box. I used to be a Jacksonian like you. I used to think the big bad Republicans just hated Jackson. And then I grew up. You know, at the end of the day, I grew up and I realized what was really going on. I owned the nightclub in Jackson for 10 years. I remember all the $100 handshakes and all the nonsense that you had to pay to people, the black folks running the city to get the permits you needed and to do all that and to get them to stay away. Well, how much you going to pay me not to come shut you down this weekend? I've been on that side of it. I'm the guy that was at the barbecue that has turned his back. Now I'm telling you how the sausage is made. They're crooked. They are crooked. So, all right, well, look, man, that's my rant for the night. I got to get up and do a radio show in the morning. Check me out, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The Clay Edwards Show is only a 1-hour show tomorrow, 103.9 WYAB or WYAB.com. I'll stream the first half of it right here on Facebook, just like this. And I'm trying to get a good night's sleep tonight. But hey, check out my website, ClayEdwardsShow.com. I'm going to be working on some new merchandise here soon. I just ordered a couple hundred new Save Jackson stickers and Clay Edwards Show stickers and all that. So all that'll be available too. So again, hey, we ain't always going to have to agree. To the lady that called me a racist or whatever a minute ago, I hope you were listening to what I had to say there. And if you ever want to have a real conversation, you're welcome to come on the show and have a real conversation about it. I don't run away from any conversation from anybody. You're welcome to. I'm not going to tie you into a video and all that. I don't know how all that works. But if you ever want to come on and have a real conversation, get up and do the radio show with me, it's an open invitation. Maybe I learned something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. I'm all ears. I like hearing other people have to say without hollering and screaming at each other to hear it. So y'all stay safe. Have a blessed night. Prayers for anybody involved in the police chase tonight that ended in the death of a driver and what happened up there in Memphis. Stay safe and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.